Lawrence Namayagmo Anini was one of the most dreaded armed robbers in Nigeria. He took human lives like they meant absolutely nothing. This video contains themes of violence. Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewers' discretion is advised. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Omodele Salu, and if you're here, that means you're invested in true crime content as much as I am. So welcome, take a seat. I am going to be posting a lot of contents like this, so if this is something that you'd like, please like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you can get notified when I post a new video. Now that all that is out of the way, let's get right into today's case. Hey you guys, before we get into today's case, I just quickly want to address something. So I'm going to be using Bendel State, but you guys have to know that I'm talking about present day Edo and Delta State, right? You guys have to keep that in mind. I don't know why I'm saying this. You guys don't care about this stuff. But remember, 1963, I think 3 years after independence. Yes, 1963 was the year that they joined, I guess. So the Delta, I don't even know how to explain. Delta and Edo provinces became the Midwestern region. And then in 1976, right, they became Bendel State. And then in 1991, that's when they were now separated to what we know right now as Edo State and Delta State in Nigeria. Nigerians, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. I just want to clarify. And I know you guys don't care about me explaining this much. You just want me to shut up my mouth and get into today's case. So, okay. Lawrence Nomayagmo Anini was born in 1960 in a village about 20 miles from Benin City, which is present-day Edo State. At an early age, Anini learned to drive and he became a skilled taxi driver. Because of his skills and his ability to settle disputes between motopark touts and drivers, he became well known and well respected. But in Bobrisky's words, good girl no dey pay. In this case, good guy no dey pay, so he decided it's better I become a criminal. He became a driver for criminal gangs, but soon he decided that he could do way better and he would probably make much more money if he had a gang of his own and did not have to work for people. So he created his own gang, which included Monday Osumbo, Friday Ofege, Smalley, Henry Ekonwa, Eweka, and Alaji ZZ. Anini and his gang started small carjacking, bus robberies, but they soon moved on to bank robberies. And it was said that at this time, Anini was not yet the dreadful person that we know of today, right? He was still just like an ordinary thief. And what made him go too far was because he had like under the table deals with police officers, and the deal was that they were not to try and prosecute him or any other of his gang members, but they did. They tried and prosecuted 2 of his gang members, and this made Anini feel really angry and he felt betrayed, right? And it's at this point that we get introduced to Anini the killer. In August of 1986, Anini and his gang robbed a bank and they stole just 2,000 naira. In the process, a police officer and many other people were killed. Now, 2,000 naira was not considered big money then for you to like kill people for. Why did I word it like that? It feels like I'm saying that there is a right price. No, I'm not saying that, please. Absolutely. Oh my god. Okay, you guys get what I'm saying, right? So it just felt like he was targeting the police officer, and sadly, so many people died that day, right? But again, we can't really know what happened because a Nigerian case will just fuck you over. If you watch me and you don't know how I feel about Nigerian cases right now, bruv. On the 6th of September 1986, Anini's gang snatched a car from a man and killed him. This man was Albert Otoye. Albert Otoye was the driver to the then Assistant Inspector General of Police, Christopher Omegbe. Now, this feels personal, right? It feels like they are targeting the police. 2 days after, Anini's men killed two police officers in Orion 1 local government area, and 3 months later, the skeleton of the driver was spotted 16 kilometers away from Benin along the Benin-Agbo highway. That same month, two officers on duty were shot at a barricade while trying to stop Anini's car. In 3 months, Anini had already killed 9 police officers. The police officers in Bendel State had a lot on their hands because it's not them just trying to like catch a robber and a killer. They also have to protect themselves from getting killed because this person they're trying to catch is actively trying to kill them, right? So it was just a lot to do. And to make it worse, Anini was not even trying to hide or doing anything in secret. It was just out there. After each robbery, he was still actively robbing, actively killing people. And after each robbery, he would just go and spray money. And people were scared of him, but they also, I don't want to say liked him, they appreciated him because of the money, because country had guy. So anyway, and he would spray this money and people would go and pick and decided to see himself as invincible, bragging that no one can stop him, no one can catch him. And he would even write letters to media houses using this kind of painting himself to be Robin Hood. The then military president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Ibrahim Babangida, ordered a massive manhunt for Anini and his gang. The police formed search parties and searched every part of Bendel State where they were reportedly operating and living. At this point, the authorities were already getting frustrated, right? It felt like the more they hunted these guys, the more these guys just continued with their criminal activities. And it did not help that Anini was doing Father Christmas. He was doing giveaway, just throwing money around. And this made people kind of like, like I'm sure they knew that he was a bad person, but then I don't know, money in the life of people is just so very weird then. So yes. And so they thought Anini, these people thought Anini, they thought he was invincible because the police could not catch him. They were scared, don't get me wrong, they were scared. And because the police were not able to catch him, that just kind of like reinforced their belief that Anini was not to be messed with, right? And Anini also thought he was invincible, he was still bragging and all of that stuff. And the media houses, they did not help matters. They were reporting on this case like Anini was some kind of god. Like it was this person so far out of reach. They were saying things like, hold on, I have to say it word for word. So the Anini challenge, the Anini saga, the Anini factor, Lawrence Anini, the man, the myth, Anini Jack the Ripper, what the, Lawrence Anini, a Robin Hood in Bendel, bruv. Finally, on the 3rd of December 1986, Lawrence Nomayagbon Anini was caught and arrested. The superintendent of police, Kayode Uwanreroro, got a tip that Anini was at number 26, Oyewasa Street, opposite Igodala Primary School, Benin City, in the company of 6 women. Acting on the tip, the police officers went straight to the house and arrested him. gather around, my children. I'm about to tell you all a story. Don't mind me. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Now, this part, I won't tell you guys about the arrest, but this part is just like it's everywhere. It's not well written, not well put together. I try so hard to like get different things from like different places, but it's just like scattered information, a lot of allegedly going around. So let's do this. Let's do this the best way I know how. Just it's going to be like I'm just sitting with you guys. So you guys bear with me. That is what I want to say. I want to beg you guys not to get angry with this part. Okay, so the arrest of Anini. So Kayode Owanreroro, the superintendent of police. I'm just going to be calling him Kayode because I'm not about to try my luck, push my luck, and try to pronounce all those things at once, again and again and again. So Kayode led a 10-man team to the house that Anini was. He knocked on the door. Anini opened the door in like his underpants, and he knows that okay, my time is up. And so Kayode is asking, where's Anini? And Anini is trying to play smart. It's like Anini is in the inner room, is under the bed hiding. So he's trying to play it like Anini knows the police officers are here and he's trying to hide. And so he wants to walk past Kayode, walk past the police officers and just go out thinking that he is smart, thinking that the police officers are stupid enough to believe him and just go to like the inner room to search for Anini. But Kayode is not buying this. Kayode shoots him in the left ankle, in his left ankle. And when I say this case is confusing, this case is confusing. Alright. According to reports, Kayode stepped on Anini's right toes and then shot him in the left ankle and then kept on shooting him. I mean, it was bad enough that he had to be taken to the military hospital, and then his leg had to be amputated. I don't know. It's just a lot going around there, right? And so, Kayode is still asking at this point, like, where's Anini? Where's Anini? And I mean, he knows. I don't know why he's asking because are you trying to tell me that he shot like an innocent person? Like he has to be sure that this person he shot is Anini before he took that kind of drastic measure. I mean, are you supposed to do that when you can just anyway? It was that time. I'm not going to get into that. So Kayode is asking, "Where's Anini? Where's Anini?" And Anini finally just gives up and he says, "Like, look, my brother, I won't deceive you. I won't tell you lie. I am Anini, right? My name is Anini." And so he's arrested. He's taken for treatment, taken for his leg to be amputated at the military hospital. And then he's charged with so many things. But I think the only one they were able to pin on him were like the robberies and like possession of like armed weapons, I think. Yes. And so that is it. That is the story of Annie. This story is coming to an end. That's why I'm like this. That's why I'm everywhere. And this part is really hard for me to just like put together. And also, when they were like questioning him, he just started to give up everybody, his partners, the police officers that were collecting bribes not to arrest him. It's like my brother. If I'm going down, all of them are going down with me. So, yeah. I think this is the end of this part, and this part was very, very chaotic, and I am sorry. You guys bear with me. What am I doing having a YouTube channel? During the trial, Anini had to be confined to a wheelchair because of his amputated leg. At the end of the trial, he was found guilty and sentenced to death by Justice James Omo Agege, and on the 29th of March 1987, he was executed by a firing squad. Oh my god, I feel like I'll put my hair in like a million different positions for this case because I am so tired. I am tired. I feel like I'm high. I'm just. Anyway, that brings us to the end of today's case. You take care of yourselves. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Please. If you haven't done that already, like and subscribe. Anyway, you guys be good. I'll see you for the next one.